Hello everyone, this is Julia from Craft Room Adventures for Sunny Studio Stamps, and today I have this really cute bookmark to share with you, and I made it using the Slimline Penance dies, as well as the Garden Fairy and Enchanted stamp sets. So I started by stamping out all of my images onto Transotype Perfect coloring paper, and I'm using my Copic markers to color them in. I started with E13 as my darkest shade. For my first layer, I just placed that one wherever I would assume that the natural shadows would fall. So below her dress, below her hairline, etc. I blended E13 out with E11. Now blending that out with E00. Just going over the edges so that they're nice and smooth. Then I'm going in with E15 to add more shading. Again, placing it in basically the same areas as I did on my first layer, just to add a bit more definition there. Then I'm blending that out with E11. I'm skipping the E13 because I didn't want her skin to get too dark there. Then I'm blending that out with E00. And then going in with E000 to blend everything together. For blush, I'm using a little bit of RV10. And that wasn't quite intense enough for what I wanted, so I'm also going in with RV21, and again blending that out with E000. For her hair, I'm using E30 markers. I'm just adding a little bit of the E37 just in the really darkest areas, then blending that out with E33. I wanted her hair to be mostly light, so I just added a basically dark shadow color, and I'm not using the E35 or anything. I'm just bringing in the lighter shades of the E30s. So the E33, then going in with E31, going back in with a bit more of the E37, just adding more shadows. Then again, blending out with E33, E31, and then I'm finally bringing in E30 as my lightest shade, just to blend everything together. For the fairy wings, I'm using BG Quadruple Zero, and a little bit of the colorless blender. Then for my yellow shades on my card, I'm using YR23 as my darkest shade. I'm just using that on the flower in her hair, the butterfly, the flags on top of the castle, and also the star on the fairy wand. Then I'm blending that out with Y13. And going in with Y11. And a little bit of the Y00. I really wanted my fairy to have like a cute pink dress, so I'm using RV29, just a little bit of that, blending that out with RV25, not really pulling the color that much further because I didn't want her dress to be like super hot pink, but I really wanted there to be like a nice transition. Then I'm blending that RV25 out with RV23 and RV21. And as my highlight shade, I'm using RV10. And I'm going in for a second layer, just basically just deepening up the shadows with the RV29. Then again, the RV25, just going a little bit over the edges, not pulling the color out too far. Then blending that out with RV23, RV21, and then again the RV10. Off camera, I colored the rooftops of my castle in the same shades that I used for the fairy dress, and I also used that on the bow of the fairy wand and also on the butterfly. Now I'm using cool grays to add some shading to my castle because I wanted it to be like mostly grayish white. So I'm using C3 as my darkest shade for the main wall parts of my castle. Just adding a little bit of shading with the C3, then blending that out with C1. And then going in with C00 to blend that out. Then for the details, I'm bringing in C5. I'm shading the inside of the windows with C5. And also using the C5 for the bricks that are on the front of the castle. Then I'm blending that out with C3. And I'm just coloring in the rest of the bricks because there's really not that much room to add shading. Also adding a little bit more of the C5 around the top edge of the, what was it called? Like the first floor of the castle. I'm sure there's a name for it. I don't really know it, but you know, just that little wall there. Then blending that out with C0 after I use the C1. Just adding a little bit more shading on the windowsills, and that finishes up my coloring. The remaining images that I had stamped out, I didn't end up coloring because I realized once I played around with the placement of my stamps and dies that I wouldn't have room for them after all. So I will be using those on a future project. I die cut the third largest of the Slimline Penance dies, and I'm using Spun Sugar and Warren Lipstick Distress Ink and a little bit of the splatters from Liquid Stardust just to add a bit of color to the top. For the bottom, I wanted to add lots of clouds, so I die cut 2 pieces of Bristol Smooth cardstock with the third largest of the Slimline Penance dies. And then I die cut each of them with the Slimline Nature borders to add my clouds up top. And I also added a little bit of spun sugar to the tops of them. Since this is a bookmark, I really wanted a sentiment that would go with reading. So I wanted to first use an alphabet set, the Kinsley's alphabet, but the letters were a little bit too large to go with the magical that I wanted to use. And then I realized one of the Christmas sets, the Santa Claus Lane, has the word spreading in it. So I just masked off the first 2 letters of the spreading to make reading. And then I'm using the is and the magical from the Garden Fairy stamp set so that my sentiment would read, reading is magical. I really wanted to add a pink decorative edge to my bookmark, so I cut a piece of pink cardstock and I used the Fishtail Banners 2 dies, one of the scalloped edges, just to add the scalloping on the bottom for my bookmark, because I really think that adds a cute little frilly touch at the bottom and I really like how this looks. Then I just added the stitched part of my ink blended panel to the pink background. I used a hole punch to make the hole for my ribbon, but I realized that the smaller one was just a little bit off center, so I just used one size larger to fix that. I'm just using a bone folder to smooth out a bit of the creases that the hole punch made. And then it's time to start assembling. I'm just using some liquid glue to add my clouds to the background. Off camera, I just lined up my little castle with one of the cloud borders. There, I dropped it on my glass mat. But yeah, then I'm just adding those 2 pieces because I figured it would be easier to just glue the castle, right how it was supposed to go with the bottom edge together, and then I could line it up with the rest of the bookmark. And then I'm just adding the remaining cloud borders, just all the way down to the bottom. Then I'm just adding the little wand to my fairy. And then I'm also adding her using liquid glue. I'm not using any dimensional adhesive for this because it's a bookmark, so it it is a little bit bulky because of the layers of cardstock I used, but it really isn't too bad. It would work fine in a book. But you could also just do this with ink blending, that would work just as well. But I really wanted the like pretty edge of the die cut clouds, the like stitching edge. Then I added the butterfly as well to the background as well as the fairy just with liquid glue. And now I'm just using like a white satin ribbon to add the like top edge where you would just the placeholder for your bookmark. Then I'm just adding stickles to the fairy wand, the butterfly, and also the fairy's wings. And because reading is magical, I figured it needs a little bit more sparkle. So I'm using silver holographic stars. I'm using 3 different sizes and I just fiddled around with the placement off camera. And now I'm just using my quick stick tool and some liquid glue to place them down so that they're like basically like fairy dust all over my bookmark. The tiny ones are a little bit fiddly to place. And that finishes off my bookmark. I really like how it turned out, and I'm just so in love with that cute little fairy flying off to her magical castle. And I really like those kinds of dice where like the scalping edges or the slimline pennants where you can use them on a card, you can use them for banners, for gift tags or bookmarks in this case. And I just love getting like more bang for your buck because you can use them in several different ways. So I just had so much fun making this. Thank you so very much for watching and spending time with me today. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!